Hello, this is Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com, and today I'm actually doing a little review on some of the POTs or player-owned towns that are associated with the Lunar Dragons. There's a couple of them that are out there. There is Bay Lunaire, which is where I live in, with the owner of Titania. There's Valhalla, which is another player-owned town owned by Levon, who's in our guild. And then there's the town of Crossroads, which is an overland accessible one, which is owned by Sean. There's a fourth one. It's called It's a Town. It's available out, from Owl's Head. There's a wagon inside of Owl's Head that comes in there. I think Darian owns that one as well. I'm in Central Brit, and if you come in from Central Brit from the entrance, literally come straight, walk up to the castle around it, and come down to the water area here. You'll see the red sails, which will take you back to Novia. There are white sails that'll take you to specific places still, and then there's the blue ones. The blue ones will take you to certain types of POTs. If you come up on the pier here and come to this first one, there's one over here that will take you to swamp biomes. So player-owned towns that are in the swamp biome, and Bay Lunaire is one of them, and we're going to go there. So this will put us on the docks in Bay Lunaire, and I'll kind of give a quick walkthrough on that. It is where I live. Just happened to be, I think Marquis Dragon had moved from Elad's Lighthouse to Bay Lunaire around that time, and I was kind of floating between towns, and I said, well, let me give it a try and see if I can set up a place in there. And I met Titania, who is the governor, and incredible person, very, very helpful. Was even kind enough. I was looking at one point, I finally got to the spot where I was getting out of a village size house and going to a town size. Got me a town lot located exactly where I wanted to, near the town, but a little bit isolated. Just very helpful. You ask anything, it's just always there to help out. Yes, there are a lot of lunar dragons that live in this town, but it is not a lunar dragon town. There are a lot of spots that are available, and you're welcome to come and do that. Just be a no drama kind of neighbor, and you'll find that most people are nice. I see people walking around all the time. I always wave hello and stuff. In fact, that person over there, I just saw them earlier, and just kind of waved, said hi, glad to talk. Some really nice people here. First thing on the dock, all these ships, all these boats go to either Novia or to the Brits. So this is Central Brit, Brittany Estates, alleys, fields, wharfs. So you can get to and from any of the Brits to Bay Lunaire, which is great. And then you get this one that will take you to Novia. So this is the main one you come off of. And there's the town crier and the banker right here. The town crier, you'll see that there's a lot of spots that are still available. Only 3 are restricted. Everything from village to roads, there's a water castle. There's a couple of town spots still available on here. So if you have a POT deed or anything else, there are spots here to be had. There are a lot of people living in the town at this point. You see a whole host of the folks that are on here. Titania is the governor, so there's a couple of them that are out there, and we'll see some of the places where he lives. But yeah, and if you watch Marquis Dragon on any of his Twitch streams, he does live in here as well. And if you've watched the streams for Shroud of the Avatar, then you're familiar with this. You would have seen this. So once you come in here, the main city square is right here in front of you. You've got everything from full-on crafting area with expert tables. You've got vendors that are usable by the town inhabitants as well. You've even got some vendors that are from Titania's that I actually frequent a lot. There's what he has as the commodities exchange, where he sells and he buys and he sells items, and he buys them and sells them at pretty decent prices. So buying gold ore at 5,000. Selling it at he sells them at 5,250. So it's a very small variance on the markup on these. But if you need, I go out and mine all the time in Elysium, and it's easy for me to mine gold, but I'll go mine a bunch of gold. It's actually pretty cool for me to be able to come back here if I need to swap it out for something, or basically a minor fee. If I needed some maple wood or some iron, I could sell it, then turn around and buy stuff more for it, or, whatever it is. And the contents go up and down depending on the day and how many people have come in and bought a bunch or not. There's also a Kodo vendor, and you see listed on what he's buying, what he's selling them for. Pretty good prices, market averages. So 2050 on the buy, 2150 on the sell on them. What he sells them for. He sells them right now in lots of 10s and 100. He buys he's all bought out at this point, so people have already sold him what he's done. But that goes up and down. Got all your normal merchants. Banker, again, combat merchant, magic merchant, decorations, cooking, crafting, which I visit Jessica all the time. For sale by residents of Bay Lunaire vendor. Whole collection of things that are here. It comes up and down in the inventory. You see I can go in and sell stuff if I wanted to. Another one. But, I get up on him. Whole bunch of stuff. Houses, water wells. There's a whole mixture of stuff on here. So nicely decorated. Once again, you got your Stonehenge things. He's putting down pavers across the whole thing. That's one of his houses out there. It's a big city one, the big shogun looking house there. Just finely decorated. He's got the huge dragon statues. He's got 4 of the devotionals. He's got this one down here, which is devotional of truth. He's got this guy's justice. He's got one over here, love. And I'll run over here to this, courage. I typically hit this courage one and this love one just for what? Got an oracle house. Go do your daily quest. As I said, the crafting area, expert tables all the way around. So you need the extra oomph in there. You got that. Everything else out here is pretty much other people's houses, and there's a whole host of things. See a lot of the shoguns coming in. Said if you're watch Marquee Dragon, this is the row house that has the Lunar Dragon shop. So if you're a member of Lunar Dragons, you can go in and list stuff. Always got a whole list of stuff. Sometimes really good pricing. We got Harry Buxton here is putting out scrolls at 600 for 5. Typically they go for about 750, so that's a good price. He'll have teleports out there as well. So it just depends what's out here. Cloak +1. Buck Rogers made it. Actually, that's Buck Rogers is a character from, I think Skaggy is the character. Here's a greenhouse. I'm selling 7,000. It's been out there for a bit. I don't think I have that much out there. Once in a while, I'll put stuff out here. Typically, if there's stuff I want to sell, I'll sell it on this vendor lower than I will in my Owl's Head vendor. Owl's Head's a public one. Everybody goes by it. Lunar Dragons, people do come through here, but I just want to offer a price that's a little bit more affordable to the folks here in the Dragons. So this is his city home. So you see a lot of us meeting up for, before we go out, we'll meet up typically here. I said that's Titania's place over there. There are some houses over here in the back area. The globes, Gothic mansions, and some other ones. I did a video about a row house that's over here on a village lot. It's a fantastic decorated, one of the best decorated row houses I've ever seen. Just how Arizine did this. It's right back here beside the Gothic mansion. Just a lot of collection. So a little bit more secluded for the folks out here as opposed to being in the square. And then you got village and city homes here. There's 1 or 2 towns out here as well. Most of the housing is in this area behind the devotionals. The docks are over there. You got this large city here. And here's the creepy mansion. Village lot, the small little 1-story shogun little hutty thing. And a palm tree. You got the castle keep with this crazy big structure up there to the sky. More row houses over here behind. No, the entrance is over here. This is the crafting area. We're going behind it. City homes here. These are owned by Titania, the bigger ones on here. I'll switch over to my P key to see if I can find any open lots. So a lot of the lots are here. There are a lot of row houses over in this area. People are starting to move in back here as well. Let's see where I'm at. A couple of rows is here, some rows that are there. Here's one of the bigger ones that is open and available. 2 of them. I don't know if those are villages or not. Village lot. Another village on here. This has actually been filled in. This wasn't like as filled in before, so people are moving in and out. There's a bunch of roads and villages that are in here, so there's definitely plenty of room. Let me get back bearings back over here. I want to get past this dragon statue and talk about the rest of the island here. It's hard. It's only in the back areas that you really understand it's a swamp biome. Otherwise, it just looks like a town. This is so over this way, the boats where we came in, down that way. So we're heading over here to the south. There's another red wagon over to Novia. And if I go east over this bridge, you'll see the pirate galleon over there. That's Titania's pirate galleon. That one here. There is a wagon now that leads over to Valhalla, one of the other POTs. I think Levon is the owner for that. And then over here, kind of secluded away, is my little town home. I got the little 2-story keep. I think I've done a video on that one. That's the latest flavor of houses in there. So I live over here, and there's one other person lives up on the island. Basically, there's 3 of us live over this side, but whenever I go back to town, I'm basically swimming across the river here and going to that. So if you're looking for a spot to live, there's plenty of houses. There's really good people here. I can't vouch for Titania enough as far as an active member of the guild, a helpful person, just an involved town owner. I don't know how many times Titania's upgraded this town, whether decorations, as soon as the devotionals come out, they were there. Just really is heavily invested in the game. It just makes it a great place to live as well. If you're looking for a guild, the fact that a lot of the Lunar Dragons here definitely helps out with that. It's not a requirement, but if you are, even if you're just looking just for friends to hang out with, it's not a bad group of people to hang out with. You can catch them on videos on here. Typically, if you look at on Twitch or YouTube for Marquee Dragon and his streams, he'll be streaming out of the avatar. A lot of the players will be in there, and you'd get to know a lot of the players as well. But overall, just a great town to live in, a great governor, keeps it up to date, always adding stuff in, and just a great place to live. And I think that's, a lot of times when you're looking for a place, you just don't want to find the best spot. You'd hopefully to find a spot that's going to be, there with a lot of fun people to play with. And I think that the town has that to offer as well. So any of the towns do. The guys that are associated with the guild. It's a pretty active guild. We like playing. So that was it. I just wanted to kind of do a quick kind of walkthrough on a couple of the POTs that are associated with them. And this one here is Bay Lunaire, and then I'll go on to the other ones as well and get these videos out on YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, please leave feedback on the video. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you like or dislike the video. I'm working to get subscribers up, trying to get myself to at least 100 subscribers. I think I'm halfway there. Just so I can get a customized URL off of from YouTube. Sorry for asking, but if you do find the content enjoyable or helpful for you, please feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. Once again, this is Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Take care. Have a good one.